Alright, you know the drill. If you are anime only, or if you want to avoid manga chapter spoilers before the official comes out, which, disclaimer, yeah, I purchased the official chapters on Viz as well. I read them there as well. I also purchased the physical copies as well. Please support official release. That being said, if you want to avoid spoilers, please do not watch. Consider liking, subscribing, sharing with a friend, and also something new coming to my channel. I am ordering One Piece figurines more than I should have bought, but it is what it is. So that means that to the channel will be coming unboxing reactions, which I never thought I'd do. It just came into my head to do the unboxing reactions after I already purchased them, and I was like, well, if I already bought them, might as well make unboxing reactions. So yeah, that'll be coming sooner or later. I have a lot of stuff to do, but hopefully I will be getting time off every once in a while. But my priorities are all over the place. So yeah, one of the many figures already arrived. It's still in its box over there. And that's the first out of 8, with more to come, because I am addicted to One Piece and I have a problem. So if you want to help support my addiction to One Piece, as well as feed my cat, yeah, that's my cat, any help is appreciated. Let's get to the chapter, and I already saw the title. It's chapter 1090, Kizaru. I get chills when they name the chapter after a character. It's just Kizaru. Dang. Okay. Let's see. Cover request by Chikiya. Kuro reading in silence with some black cats. Nice. Nice. Okay. It's right where we left off, and it's... Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. No way. No way. He's doing the same thing he did with Big Mom. He's doing the same thing he did with what's his name? Well, he did it with Big Mom twice. But, when else did he do this? He did it before Marineford with some Marines. Like, wow. He's doing the old Luffy phone thing. Okay. Oi! This is Monkey D. Luffy, the man who's gonna be king of the pirates. Luffy, what are you doing? We've got all the Vegapunks up here. If you care about York's life, you'd better order those ships to clear off. Oh my god, he's taking charge. I'm so proud of him. Emperor Luffy is actually being serious. Save me! Kizaru hears it. How cruel, he's even worse than I heard. Oh my god, I love a reputation. My mic is gonna spike. I love a reputation. Morgans is on it? He has a black transponder snail. Vivi hears it. Wapple hears it. Oh my god, I'm so giddy. Oh my god, I'm crying. This is better than I expected. I love it when Luffy takes charge. What the heck? What's going on? World Economic Journal HQ. Isn't that Luffy-san? Straw Hat Luffy. How many of you managed to survive over there? Some of us are pretty banged up, and... Don't tell them that, Luffy! Kerchak. Beep, beep. A woman's voice. Could it be Nico Robin? Well, the fact that she yelled, don't tell them, Luffy, that's obviously Nami. Because Nami's the only one who ever has enough, like, emotional energy to yell anything. Nico Robin has never, except for when she said, I want to live, has never screamed in her life. She is very, very timid in her personality, in that sense. That's one of the reasons why I prefer Nami and most Straw Hats over Robin. Like, I love Robin, and I love her personality as it is. Like, she's a reader, she is a intelligent human being. I love all those things about her, but her lack of personality just puts her at number 2 when it comes to comparing her to any other One Piece character, especially the females. Like, I love the quiet women, but something about Nami losing her temper just makes me laugh, and I think if a One Piece character doesn't have a gag, I will always prefer someone who does have a gag. And for me, Nami losing her temper is a gag because she does it all the time, and it just makes me laugh. And if One Piece doesn't make you laugh, then what's the point? That's the number one thing about the Tale of Laughs. Okay, we can't just give away our status. They wanted to get information by keeping you talking. I see, my bad, but I bet what I said will make those ships back off. As if. The Navy won't fold that easily. There are 3 things we must secure. York's safety. The only reason they want York is because they want more Mother Flame. There's literally nothing else I can think of. Which we can access through her. Okay, Punk Records, which we can access through her. So those 2 things are related. Punk Records must be very important because I bet O'Hara Research is in there. And the power station that created the Mother Flame. Okay, so all 3 things are related. Because the power station is needed for York to use. Punk Records is only available if they have York. So they technically need York and they need the island. Because the island comes with the power station. The rest can be sacrificed if necessary. Okay, okay. These panels are wild. But sir, what about Rob Lucci's squad and the Cypherpole agents that are still... I was merely stating the worst case scenario. Don't lose sight of what's important. Yes, sir. Okay, okay. Practical, I guess. Like, it's not that they want to sacrifice CP0 or Nico Robin, for example, but if they could secure those things, they would. Remember, human life holds no more value than that of an insect. No matter how far their numbers dwindle, it's always possible for them to multiply again. Yes, sir. Even Doberman hesitated, and I'm pretty sure Doberman is one of the vice admirals who shot a soldier under him at Eni's lobby just for questioning their methods. If I remember correctly, it could have been another vice admiral, but I'm like 80% sure it was Doberman when he was introduced at Eni's lobby during the Buster call, of course. Didn't you hear what they said? The 5 elders have my back. If you lay a finger on me, they'll wipe this island off the map, just like O'Hara. Nami bonks her out. Ouch, you won't get away with this. I'm telling the elders. Wow, bring it on. Man, Nami does not like that threat. But Robin is also thankful for her crewmates protecting her legacy, I guess. Back off, she's unarmed. Oh my god, Zoro has to hold Nami back. There's not often, you don't see that often. How are your injuries, Robin? Oh, so that's why she wasn't in last chapter's panel. Kaku is injured? Robin is injured? But only them? Oh, to any reasonable degree, everyone else is fine. The last time we saw Robin, chapters ago, months ago, was that she was running with Atlas and Chopper to the basement. But in the basement, York had killed Shaka in the head, and Vegapunk was chained with the other Cypherpole agents. Obviously, we skipped all that, and I want to see it desperately. Like, I love the skip they did, I mentioned that. But I also need that information, because what's the point of hiding it? Better thanks to you, Chopper. Praise like that doesn't make me happy or anything, you jerk. How pathetic. I know there were 2 of them, but I should have been able to handle those no-good Seraphim. I get it. Just sleep already. Okay, Lucci consoling Kaku. And, okay, I see... What's her face? Lilith. And is that Edison? Is she crying because Edison's hurt? Or something else? Shaka, Pythagoras, Edison. Okay. Edison's still kicking Lilith. Can you keep it down for a sec, Lilith? I'm trying to contact the basement. Okay. Usopp's taking charge of communications. Edison's technically still alive, so she's crying for nothing. But obviously Shaka was shot in the head. And Pythagoras, who, if I remember, Pythagoras is the one that looks like a bigger version of Edison. What happened to Pythagoras? He blew up. Right. So Edison survived. But Frankie and Usopp were stone, are no longer stone, but Pythagoras did not survive. So we have 2 confirmed. It's One Piece. It's two semi-confirmed deaths, which is Shaka and Pythagoras, and technically they weren't people, but technically they are characters, so it doesn't matter. We miss them because they were important, but the stakes are pretty big. 4 of the Vegapunks are wounded and 2 are dead. Oh, I should have kept reading. I was rambling for nothing. I just could have read the next panel. So yeah, Shaka and Pythagoras are no longer with us, to some degree. I wonder how easy it is to make a new one. 4 of the Vegapunks are wounded, and 2 are dead. The Straw Hat crew is currently... What are you muttering, Lucci? I'm just talking to myself. Oh, I thought that was Edison talking. That was Lucci keeping track. No surprise. I'm just talking to myself. Keeping tab. I'm proud of him, but at the same time, I'm worried because, you know, we're not supposed to trust him. But I do like that he's temporarily... Why am I doing that in quotes? He's on a truce because it's temporary. Hey guys, you're all behaving yourselves down there, right? Labo-Face basement. It's one of the Straw Hat Pirates. Thanks for the food, you're our saviors. Hey, keep it down, they're still the enemy. We would have died without them, though. Hey, can you get us out of here? Sorry, no can do. At least take us to a different room. It's hard to relax with those monsters in here. Monsters? Okay, so they freed the starving CP0, which is, you know, something Sanji would do. So I'm glad the Straw Hats are following in his footsteps. Even though he's still alive. So, okay, so... Oh my. Monsters. Aren't the Seraphim on your side? Yeah, but there's still a chance they'll go rogue. They'll be fine, right, Vegapunk? Naturally, we have the Seraphim in Bubble Balls after all. Okay. They disarmed S-Hawk. And they trapped in bubbles all 4 of them. S-Hawk, S-Shark, S-Snake, S-Bear. And of course, S-Shark and S-Bear aren't ones for emotion. They look pretty nonchalant. But S-Hawk and S-Shark... No, S-Hawk and S-Snake... They're the younger looking ones. More humanoid than the other 2. And they're showing, you know, the emotion of, I want to say, regret. Maybe anger. They're made of the same material as the Mark III's bubble shields, and it's been infused with the energy of the sea. There's no better way to hold fruit users, of course, because they have the Swim Swim fruit, the no, not the Chop Chop fruit, the Dice Dice fruit, the Love Love fruit, and I assume S-Bear was just given the Paw Paw fruit, but I can't remember. Something like this can actually trap us. Ah, so that's it. It's, the bubbles are basically sea prism stone, but it's like water. In a bubble form. I remember. Really, they look just like normal soap bubbles. There's no need to ask them for reassurance. We haven't received any orders to eliminate you. You are of no interest or use to us. That's the most I've heard any of the Seraphim ever speak. And that was S-Snake of all people. Wow. It's so easy to confuse shark with snake in my speech when I'm rushing. I see, what a relief. I guess we can rest. We could rest easy. You might have a mean streak, but we really owe you, S-Snake. Thanks for undoing your petrification on us. Okay, so Oda's explaining it instead of showing it. That's satisfactory for now, but by the end of the chapter, I want to know more about what happened in the basement, what happened to Robin, what happened to Kaku, what happened to all of them. It's so peculiar. She wasn't programmed to act like that. Act like what? Letting them go or stoning them in the first place? Ah, a flashback. Hey, Hancock, I need to help them out. They're my friends. You're the only one who can do it. I'm counting on you. Oh my goodness. So that's what people were talking about. I did not realize, but I figured. I was expecting it from the spoilers. Like, I was like, something like this is gonna happen. Okay, I get it already. Please just stop looking at me like that. Oh my god, she has a crush on Luffy. How does that always happen? It makes no sense. The only reason that the real Boa Hancock had a crush on Luffy is because of his actions. But unless... When did... She fell in love with Luffy before the time skip. The Seraphim are an unknown amount of time years old, and I want to know exactly when they were made. And when I say made, I'm talking about when their DNA was extracted from the original owners. Like, when was Boa Hancock's blood acquired? Was it, because I know that personality and DNA have nothing to do with each other in real life, but in fiction that's a different story. And I'm just curious whether her blood DNA was taken before or after the time skip, because when she met Luffy might have a factor on that. Because in Oda's story, anything's possible. So she turns sides because she likes Luffy, because she is Boa Hancock, and she's just like the real Hancock, the world's worst personality, but she's got a weak spot for Luffy. It's funny to see her Seraphim have the same disposition. Yeah, Jinbei knows what's up. He knows what's up because he's met Hancock, and it's funny. It's funny. How fascinating. The traits passed on by the lineage factor during the cloning process can go far deeper than I expected. Okay, actually, in real life, there is some theory that DNA can also hold personality traits. Like, for example, it is actually proven that DNA, or at least your heritage, can affect your tastes when it comes to literal taste. Like, certain people have a better disposition to handling spicy food, and others, like me, cannot, etc., etc. That was really cool of you, Hancock. Oh wait, did you just say love you? Cool of you. Ah, that was really cool of you. Cool of you. He did say love you in there. And they made it easy for me to understand because of they made it bold. Okay. I love those puns and stuff like that, but like sometimes in the anime they're hard to notice. Stella, we've got the comm system working again. Okay, so I think that this is 99.99% disproving my theory that Atlas is a traitor. I thought that Atlas was working with York. I can admit that we were wrong. I say we because I'm not the only one who had this theory, but other people made videos about it. I didn't, but I talked about it a lot, on Twitter, on other people's videos and stuff. Like, I really, really wanted this to be true because there were so many hints. But I guess we were reaching, if I'm being honest. There's no big deal. I like Atlas, so there's no reason for her to... I mean, I would have liked for her to be a traitor because I love the traitor trope in writing. Like, I don't want any of the Straw Hats to be traitors, but it would be interesting to me because I personally like that trope. Some people might not. We've got the comm system working again, but the Frontier Dome still isn't responding to our signal. We can't leave without disabling the barrier. Right, but you have to time it just right, because if you can get out, they can get in. You're wasting your time. I put a passcode on it. And don't bother syncing into Punk Records because I never uploaded it. See, that's what a trader that's smart should do. Anything that's critical should be not uploaded. But I thought uploading was automatic, but that's not important. Oh, Lilith's mad. You dirty traitor! Haha, that passcode and the military might of the world are my protection. And all this laughing is making me hungry. Of course, York is the eater. You really pissed me off. Stella, we're completely surrounded. Ah, I forgot about Stussy. She's here. I'd wager there's 100 ships of all sizes and approximately 30,000 Marines. On the money. Sanji's trying to serve tea to Stussy. They're pulling out all the stops, huh? Lady Stussy, would you care for some coffee? It's coffee, never mind. I believe your name is Nami. You're the crew's navigator, correct? Yep, you betcha. Nami Swan. Stussy Swan. Okay, the log hasn't finished recalibrating, but we could use this one. We locked onto it while we were in Wano. Ah. So before Egghead recalibrates it, they can still use one of the 3 poses they got on their previous island of Wano. So that's how it works, of course. So sometimes you got good luck when it comes to navigating. It's pointing northeast. Ah, that'll be Elbaf. Elbaf? We finally get to go there? Yeah, this is one of the panels I saw by mistake already, and it is exciting. The giant island of our dreams. looks like we're going to Elbaf. Great. I mean, some people care about it more than I do, but it's cool. Giants, giants, Elbaf, Baff. Where everything's tall, it's the home of the giants after all. That's the same exact song, because my memory's pretty good. It's the same exact song that they sang. The song that they sang, Elbaf, Baff, Elbaf, Baff. I want to say immediately after Little Garden, because that's the best time for them to be excited about Elbaf. Because obviously I'm not as good at remembering as I thought. My memory, yeah, it should have been immediately after Little Garden when they were excited about Elbaf, because there's no other time when they would have been excited about Elbaf other than when they first learned about Elbaf. Elbaf, Baff. Like, the song I remember exactly. Like, I've heard that song before in an episode. But it's not important. It was after Little Garden. That's all that matters. Will you quit glowering at me already? Lucci's mad at Stussy. Stussy's looking fine. Thank the stars, your ship is already up here on the Labostrata. The coast is swarming with naval ships, so it won't be possible for us to leave via the regular port. Northeast. If we want to head northeast, it'd be best to leave from the back of the island. Luckily, Vega Force 1 is on standby right next to your ship. Everything's going swimmingly. Ideally, we'd be able to use it to fly over the blockade. Unfortunately, it'll be impossible to make it all the way, since Vega Force 1 depends on the climate maintained by the island's aircon system. Meaning we'll plummet the second we clear Egghead's airspace. That's a poor design, if I'm being honest. That'll be good enough. We can rely on the Sunny's coup de burst after that. I already knew that panel too. Yeah, we can use it to keep flying for a kilometer. That should be enough to get away. You mean to say your ship can fly that far? Unbelievable. Let's go with that plan then. It's powered by Cola. Cola? Okie dokie. First things first though. We need to get cracking on lowering the Frontier Dome. My lips are sealed, says York. I said get cracking. You should know better than to underestimate us. We're Vegapunk. So all three of them are hacking. Lilith, go to Vega Force 1, and we have to hurry. They could have the barrier down any minute now. We need to carry the ship to the backside of the island so it's ready. Yeah, we gotta drop the barrier to get away, but doing that will make us vulnerable. That's right. So, Bonnie, Luffy, Frankie, and Lilith. To be honest, I'm a tad excited. This will be my first time leaving the island. I already saw that panel too, and some people are saying that Oda would not have her be so happy about leaving the island for the first time if he's not planning to kill her off very soon. I like Lilith. I don't want her to die. But more deaths will just make One Piece's final saga all the greater. Wano was full of deaths. Crazy. We're not exactly going on a picnic. I'll say we don't have enough food for that. Yeah, and what we had earlier wasn't enough either. We should stock up on pizza. Just grab some cheese. Sanji will handle the rest. Man, that guy's great. A chef who can fight. Okay, I already saw that panel too, and people are theorizing, which I'll say for the end of the chapter, people are theorizing about that. Hey, what's with the sudden change of attitude from yesterday? Don't worry, I'm not gunning for Vegapunk anymore. I feel better now. Now, some people don't believe that, but I do believe it because we don't know what she saw, but we do know that she was in tears. So there's a chance that she actually had an emotional breakthrough. Maybe it was therapeutic for her to learn something or not. Oh, if what she learned was relevant to why she was mad at Vegapunk, then it makes perfect sense why she wouldn't be mad anymore. Because Vegapunk told her the truth. If you found out, it would be against Kuma's wishes. But finding out also made her stop blaming Vegapunk. Obviously, she might have learned that Kuma did it of his own free will, to some degree. So, don't worry, I'm not gutting for Vegapunk anymore. I feel better now. Well, that's good. You were crying nonstop last night. I was not. Oh, so it is the next day. I remember now. So this is just more evidence that one night has passed, so it's the next day. I was not. We've had a transmission from Rob Lucci. How is he getting... Oh, man, Rob Lucci. How did he get communication to them? It summarizes current status inside the dome, relay the information to the rest of the fleet. So they got a man on the inside. No surprise. Did you hear the update, Porcelino? Sure did. Straw Hat talked a big game earlier, but it sounds like they're trapped. The Frontier Dome is a laser-based defense system, correct? You're made of light. Think you can get through? To be honest, I'm sure I can. I just have to deal with my pal down there first, since he's standing by Vegapunk. Fly over him. After he's resolved to put his life on the line, that would be spitting in his face. At least let me do this my way. So he's ordered to fly over Sentomaru, but Sentomaru was resolved to put his life on the line, so Kizaru is like, nah. I'm going to do him the honor of dying by my hand as his boss. I owe him that? That's cold. Also, if I skip over him and attack right away, Sentomaru will use the weaponized sea beasts and his squadron of 50 pacifista. To sink all our ships, our casualties would be extremely high. Ugh, Saturn doesn't like that. We can prepare, but I do not wish to draw this out too long. Do you have the location of the power station? Rob Lucci's an outstanding agent. He sent us all the information we could want. Well, dang. Battle stations, battle stations, battle stations. Tell everyone who can use the 6 powers to fly ashore the second the battle starts. Yes, sir. We're going to free all the captured Cypherpole agents. Roger that. Remember, the pacifists are invulnerable to cannon fire, so target the weaponized sea beasts instead. Aye, aye. A lot of vice admirals. This is a blast! I love the Sky Island mystery clouds. I totally feel the same, but we gotta stay focused. The sun is right there. Oh boy. Yata no Kagami. Sacred Mirror, that's one of the 3 imperial regalia of Japan. Sacred Mirror, Yata no Kagami. Flash. Choo. Choo, 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 choo. So you're finally coming. Bring it on, Unk. I've heard people say that. Why is he saying that after Rob Lucci bodied Sentomaru? He can't take on Kizaru unless he has Sea Prism Stone. All pacifista units come in. Eliminate all targets. Well, he did it anyway. Here I come, Sentomaru-kun. Here's Unky. You should know, my guard's the toughest in the world. Oh, his hockey. Just like what Rayleigh did. He has hockey. We knew that he had hockey. This whole time we knew he had hockey. And not just any hockey. It's Rio, technically. Technically, that's confirmed. Because... well... I'm not gonna get into that. It's too complicated. What the? What's causing that light down there? Someone really strong is coming. Ah, and that's another panel. The last panel that I've seen, and I'm like, okay, so Luffy's observation hockey activates, and he is 99% referring to Kizaru. Now, he hasn't met or run into an admiral since Marineford. No, wait. I was forgetting Aokiji, Kuzan, but technically they missed each other on Punk Hazard. They did not meet at all after that, and technically Film Z is not canon. And even if it were canon, he was no longer an admiral at that point, so I'm not gonna count him. So the last time And technically, the scar on his chest he got while unconscious, and he was unconscious, and he got that from Magma Boy, Lava Girl, whatever, Akainu, Sakazuki, whatever. So the last time he was awake and met the admirals, admirals, not admirables, admirals. The last time he met admirals while awake was technically Fleet Admiral. Well, it was in Marineford. You know what I'm trying to say. So now his observation hotkey tells him someone really strong is coming, and I think it's Kizaru. And I don't think Saturn's gonna fight, but I could be wrong. Well, that's the end of the chapter. It was great. It was amazing. It was a lot of what I wanted to know. I still want to know more about Shaka, but I guess he's dead. I want to know more about what happened to Robin. We technically don't have any details on that. It's unlike Oda to skip like that. It's very weird. Like, I loved how the way they did it. I loved the way the chapter began. You saw how emotional I was. But we'll get more pieces in the next chapter, which break next week. Okay. That'll give me more time to make other videos, so gotta work on those. Well, now I have to eat breakfast. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.